Okay, so the infected event is over. I managed to save up to the 50 black nanopods, at very least, for that, but now the real issue is teeth. So teeth are used to heal these and these, so the plan here is to use completely is to potentially do the worst tactical play in the history of tactical plays by just using boats here instead of the units that are supposed to be actually good, right? Because these are probably less durable than the fish are, but that's what I'm going to be doing. Kraken, but I can't lose any teeth, that's the idea. That's the idea here, but you know, it's not going to be easy by any means. Well, maybe it will be. It all depends on the acid hit, which I doubt is going to be very kind. Oh, you know that worked. That worked out pretty well. Now, the double ironclad is doing some real DPS here. And there goes 80% of the ship's health in one attack, as the Kraken decides to do, of course. Yeah, those tentacle slaps, if they hit these two spots, are really devastating. Put the ironclads on the second row, just because it's way better to lose an M10 to the initial damage, I think, than it is to lose everything, or to lose the ironclad. So there goes the first M10 at half health. So it should be pretty good to go here in a moment, with the ironclad attacks back up and running again. And that'll be a good chunk of 400 damage several times. Or, you know, an average of 400 damage. But against a boss that has only 4,000-ish health, 400 damage is actually really nice. And sometimes there's even a crit too. Sometimes there's even a crit. So this is more of a brute force approach, using you know, rank 5 units and plus 4 teeth. Yeah, this is exactly why I didn't bring even a single grouper to this fight, because a single grouper, if it dies, is, you know, either 2 or 3 teeth to heal, and I don't have that kind of economy right now. Wrong thing. Yeah, see, I don't have the economy to, like, heal up that. I don't have the economy to heal that either, I guess. But anyways, teeth are going straight into another Bigfoot. Because, yeah, that is the way I'm gonna do it. And so the plan here, right, is I've got these that I can collect right now, but I'm gonna hold off on collecting those until I've got all 20 facilities to the point where they are ready to, you know, be collected, and then I'll collect the 20 nanopods at the same time, and it will be amazing or something. Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. probably have the video, you know, like cut to that after I do like some critters or something. So critters are, you know, yeah, I don't know. Basically, critters are another source of teeth. And whether or not they actually drop any teeth is, you know, always in the air and up to chance. But the more chances that you try, the more chances you have to succeed. So that's the plan here, is to try until I can't try anymore or something like that. Oh, well. Oh, I just pass. Will it die? No. Okay. Go for that. Kill that. Thank you very much. I'll go again. Now, I'm not sure if the trebuchets are actually going to be all that useful for me personally. So I've got a pretty good setup already going for the Ancient Sentinel. I mean, just based on the units that are going on. And if I go back to the base, right? So yeah, I've got these that are like all dead from the Ancient Sentinel. And I've got stuff repairing. So the actual veterans and cryos are actually waiting for the advanced hospital to be up and running. And I guess they're waiting for steel to not be completely empty, as one does. But yeah, defeated the thing for the 9th time, just a mere 10, 15-ish minutes ago maybe. So I mean, that will be going out right on the day of the actual thing. But this thing that I'm recording right now, of course, will be, you know, naturally delayed until it's in line. Oh, that's a tooth. That's a tooth. That's where all my luck is gonna be going. Concentrated and focused effort. Because who needs Ancient Sentinel frags or any other type of frags if you can get teeth more than once per day? Because that's that is basically how it feels most of the time. It's just like, oh, great. Cleaned out 20 encounters. Got 0 teeth. Cleaned out every reef bandit. Similar results. I sure wonder if I'm gonna actually, you know, get teeth, right? It's all down to farming up the teeth now. If I had more teeth going into the event, right, then maybe I could have made more maulers. So as it stands, right, I need to farm up the teeth to convert the black nanopods into maulers. Otherwise, you know, yeah. It's the way it's going. Trebs are pretty nice for actually clearing out random encounters, though. Like the acid here. It's a good single target. I wonder if it can hit air. If it could hit air, then maybe it would be really good. But it wouldn't be good versus the, I don't know, I'd have to... There's no actual air units in the, on land encounters to test with. There's no actual air units on land encounters to test with. Let's see. It doesn't actually say if it can hit air too. Well. Wait, there is a land encounter I can test on, actually. There does happen to be a single encounter zone in the game right now that spawns air units. That's right. It's New Haven. It's got a helicopter over there that can do a ton of damage if you let it attack. And it might just be a viable test to see if the trebuchet can hit air. Because if it can hit air, you know, it might be useful in the boss strike. Aside from the fact that it takes mega bonus from the cold damage over time modifier, because it takes mega bonus from fire damage in general. So that's the idea. Whether or not it's a good idea remains to be seen, of course. But I think it sounds decent enough. And if it sounds decent enough, then it might actually be decent. You know? Maybe. So I'm gonna go to the frontier and New Haven. And we'll see if I can manage to find a helicopter here. The acid canister can't hit the helicopter, the stone brick can. Yeah. So it actually can. Oh, it does. That's a decent hit. That's a decent hit, alright. But I think it's probably best to just leave the anti-air boss strike to a unit that can actually, you know, do stuff about it. Known as the ranged frag. Because the ranged frag here is very good at doing damage. But yeah, that. So technically, the stone block can hit air. If only the canister could hit air, right? If only. So the plan here. Oh yeah, right. The plan is obviously to go kill all the raptors in the raptor nest. Because these guys could drop teeth and, you know, even though they've got like 50 teeth in their mouth or something, obviously can't possibly use pliers or something to remove the teeth. Have to just hope that a tooth drops onto the ground or something. How does a tooth drop work anyways? Like, in the reference of that the raptors have like a bunch of teeth anyways. I don't know. But there's one. There is one. So I think that's 2 so far off of this clearing of critters. Which is pretty nice, I would say. Because the other day I did like 2 full clears of critters in a row, you know, spaced apart by about an hour each, because, you know, that's about how long it takes for a full thing of critters to respawn. And I managed to get a grand total of 0 teeth out of those 2 full clears, which is like, you know, it's basically 15 encounters times 2, so, you know, 30 encounters, no drops. It's always fun. And, yeah. However, today seems to be a different day. Or, you know, seems to be going much better so far. So I've already got 2 drops. And I'm not even on the second clear of critters yet. There's this amazing thing that happened. Alright, so after doing the Dreadnought without any grouper the other day, right? You know what happened? I went and I was doing Reef Bandits, and I brought the grouper for SP, right? And then it got one shot from full health by one of the power boats. It's the first time I've seen a grouper get one shot by a power boat. And that put my teeth gains from Reef Bandits into the negatives. It was really annoying. Oh, that's all the teeth encounters. Meaning there's only one place left to go. And this has 5 bonus encounters, which will be cleared out expediently or quickly or whatever. You know, some random word that means quickly, but, you know, different. Alright, well, either way, time to get going. I'll just use the same formation as always. Triple fire burn, huh? I will take triple fire burn. Add an acid burn on top of it. Amazing. I've never seen a battle done so gracefully. You know what's interesting about this? The ranged frag is actually very close to I don't know. No, it's not actually that close, but you know, for the past few days, farming zombies, farming critters, farming just about everything. I haven't really like farmed Bigfoot country with the frag since I got it to rank 5. Like, I did farm it a little bit for some stone, right? But I don't really feel like I don't really feel like a couple. I don't know, it was definitely like less than 50 battles there. Maybe like closer to, I don't know. mean, it's 150 per, and I had to farm up to like... Okay, I definitely did at least 50 battles, but I didn't do more than 60, I don't think. That's what I'm trying to reason out here. So aside from that, it's just been all zombies, all critters. I mean, it is the ultimate daily critter clearing unit. Because it just does so much damage. In such a large area on its one attack. It's just, you know... It's basically just amazing to have. I mean, I'm sure I've sung his praises way more than enough by now already. Alright, so for this, I'll get some of these, I'll get this. And then we'll reset until we get to that. Yeah. Bit of a stun there, which is annoying. Stun is a very annoying mechanic, honestly. Like, it has the potential to be useful. Ooh, okay. Well, that was some acid. 400 damage. Getting obliterated here. At least the wimps are. 300 damage, that's not bad. I'm gonna use this again. It does a little bit of AoE. It's not that great versus armored units, to be honest, but... Alright, there goes the wimp. So it's now down to the tanks and the frags to see if they can actually clear this. Which they should be able to. Should be. What's crazy though, is that these things can like drop no teeth whatsoever. Sometimes. And it's just like, are you sure that's, you know, logical game? It's like, look at that thing. It is practically all teeth, as they said in the you know, original quest for the Emperor Sandworm. Okay, clearly this is not going to work. I'm going to lose the unit there, so I'm going to retry. Throw wimps at the problem until the problem is dead. Or I'm out of wimps, but I got a lot of wimps, so it should be fine. Now if the wimp doesn't get one shot by the acid, or stunned or anything, that would be really nice. And so far it's looking much better than last time. You know, these red things, they look like they should take 2 tiles rather than just 1. And they're definitely on the scale of being a boss unit. I mean, after all, there was literally a quest and boss battle associated with the original one. But I guess well, I guess yeah, whatever. Wimps are not gonna really die this time around, are they? And if the wimps don't die, then they will not drop the SP to the other units, so I kind of have to, presumably, let the wimps die. Come on, game. Very close now. Just one more acid, 2 more acid maybe. A burrow attack maybe. I'm waiting. The middle one just has to use this acid. Come on, game. I'm trying to cheese out the SP here. Okay, fine. Whatever. I guess it's been decided that the wimps are going to steal some of the SP. Thank you, game. I do appreciate that. Thank you, game. Very cool. The 2 opposite ends. On one end, you have the wimps dying too quickly, and on the other, the wimps not dying at all. Feels like I spent longer taking out that single sandworm encounter than I did taking out just about every other encounter combined that I've taken out in this video. Aside from maybe the boss fight. Because, the boss fight was actually, a boss fight, so it would justifiably takes a while, but, sandworms, they don't even qualify as a boss fight. Or as a mini-boss fight. For that matter, the single elder sandworm, that qualified as a mini-boss, it would always drop teeth. But those things, they're huge, they're red, they have 2,000 health apiece, and they don't count as a boss fight. Or even a mini-boss fight. It's kind of lame. That's a 3rd tooth. That's very nice, I will take it. The boar lands are going to have boars to kill. And then once these boars are down, I'll check the raptor land. Now then, there will be no further critters available for a time. The raptors have not respawned yet, okay. Meaning there's only one final place to look, which is the ocean and the fishing grounds. Fishing grounds doesn't have any groupers. It just has the reef bandits, which I don't particularly want to do because the reef bandits suck, but they're still, they're still a unit that I can drop teeth apparently because, yeah, you know what I mean. It's the same as ever. So, I will just basically record a second part of this video in like an hour and a half, 2 hours, however long it takes for these, and I actually come back to the thing. And for now though, that is going to be the end of this.
3 hours later.
Alright, and this is the continuation, which I did talk about previously. Either way, what we got over here is we got 20 nanopods to collect. So I'm gonna go and collect all these real quickly. And then, I got nothing I can do with that. So I'll just turn this back off. And I can turn these off, but I don't want to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a mass selling operation. We're not going to be back to having black nanopods infected again for quite a while. Maybe I'll keep a few of these. Maybe I'll keep like 5 of them around, just to have a way to waste population or something. Turn back on all the other stuff. Like all the XP farming at buildings. Because XP farming is really good to have. Or, you know, should be good to have. And I will also turn on all the tier 2 collectors, producers, whatever I'm trying to call them. I don't know, this is kind of potentially pointless at this point in time. I'll heal up the battleship. And I will also begin the healing process on multiple veterans. So I'll have those all healed up. And aside from that, I need to just make widgets and stuff. So, as always, out of steel. But it's all right. Because that is good enough. Good enough. So, yeah.